Harden.
Thank you. Oh my God. What a feeling. What a great, great feeling.
Well, congratulations.
Hi. Thank you. Who's talking?
I'm talking over here.
Oh,
I saw you out on the arrival
Hi.
lines. Mark McEwen from CBS.
Hi.
This is The Little Engine That Could, this movie called Pollock. Now, you're sitting in the audience, and of course you're thinking, I'm not going to win, I'm not going to win. They say your name. Take me through the rush of adrenaline and your thoughts immediately thereafter.
I was crushed in Ed Harris's hug for about a minute, it felt like. And all I could think of was, oh my gosh, I feel so thrilled and so proud. Ed had told me before, a couple days ago, he said, just practice saying everybody else's name, and the winner is everybody else's name, and then you'll be fine. And when they said my name, I don't know how I haven't even just begun emoting in a big way.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next question.
Marcia, over here.
Hi.
Could you please tell us just how much this means to you, not in terms of your career, but to you personally?
I think it means more to me personally than it does in terms of a career, so it's an interesting question because you never know what will come from a nomination. Personally, it's a victory. I would be a liar to say, as an actress who came up in New York City in the theater, waiting tables, and all of the above, that I never dreamt of this. And you know, I swore that if I ever won an Oscar, that I would say thank you to all the waiters and waitresses who used to cover my shift for me so I could run downtown on the subway and audition. And with 45 seconds, you just can't give it to the waiters. Right?
You know that means you don't get the TV.
You know what? I'll buy one. I wish I'd said something to the waiters.
Next question, 247 in the back of the room.
Yeah, hi. Claude Brodesser with Variety over here, waving the
Thank you. Hi.
Not at all. I was curious to find out what it was like working with a veteran actor, but a first-time director, in as much as you were working with Ed.
I never felt Ed as a first-time director. He never seemed awkward in the process. But as a veteran actor and director, the combination of that meant that Ed could help me access things in a faster way than sometimes when people simply yell, cut. Ed would direct me live while the camera was rolling. And so in that process, he was able to help me unzip things and access things that usually it takes a lot of time to get to, because they say cut and the fluff and the, you know, moving around of the set. So it was thrilling because he's tough and he's raw, and he would ask me to go to that place with him.
Next question.
Congratulations. And I'd
Thank
like
you.
to say, for those that think that small projects like Pollock can be done, what would you have to say?
I think that you have to have a lot of tenacity and a lot of passion to make smaller projects. Independent films require that because they're underfunded usually and there's not enough time. But I think anybody can do anything they want if they simply really, 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 really want to do it, and they're able to have the support of people around them. And Ed had been with this project for 10 years. So I think that that passion fueled him. Am I supposed to be calling the number?
No.
Because if I am, I'm really sorry.
Number 22.
Okay.
Number 22, please.
Okay. There's a movie coming out called Gaudy Afternoon, in which I play a very alternative San Francisco character with Judy Davis and Juliette Lewis and Lily Taylor. And we shot in Barcelona, and it takes place in and around the Gaudi buildings. I play, it's a romp looking for a missing husband. And then I've just signed on with Richard Dreyfuss to do a television show for CBS, where I play a pop culture history professor.
Last question for the room, number 139 in the back.
Raymond, it's my job. I just wonder if you can address the idea of fast forwarding 1 year from now. The writers' talks are not going well. SAG hasn't even set a date to start talking. If the caliber of the movies that come out from this year are not as good, or maybe it's 2 years from now on the awards, does that concern you? I mean, might there be an impact from a writer's strike, for instance, on the caliber of scripts you get?
I think there's nothing you could say to me today that would take any of my happiness away. first of all. And second of all, I think the things that they're striking for are worthy causes. And I said to the gentleman earlier that for me, it's not a career victory, although it falls in that bed. It's a personal victory mostly, because if you look at other actresses' work who've won even and been nominated, some of them have gone on to great things, and others of them you don't know where they went. So I see it as mostly a personal victory and a fruition of a dream come true for me. I'm a New York theater actress, and now I'm here.
Thank you.
With
and
Oscar.
Congratulations.
You mean tell you about squeezing into this dress? Is that what you really meant? I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Find good leading roles in Hollywood?
Yes, most of the roles, most of the larger roles are written for men, and most of the large studio films, it's a commercial business and you have to be able to really pack a seat. So I think an independent film is where a lot of women, especially women who are beyond 30 and maybe even beyond 40, really find roles where they can transform.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you very much.